Yo, 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 what's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Cali Cuz back in the building. It's been a minute. This is real life, the internet, and beyond. We're doing a little different format. Don't trip. I looked at the analytics. A lot of people watch on their phones, so this will make it a little more convenient. If you don't like it, drop in the comments that this is weak, and we'll go back to the old format. First of all, it's good to be seen again, and it's good to be heard again. We got a good one for you. Just for anybody who don't know, I've been going through some health issues this week. I've been in and out the hospital, more so in and out. Um, this episode ain't related to that. I just want to, thank everybody who was sending me comments, sending me prayers, sending me solutions. Let me fix my mic. Yeah, let me tighten up my mic. Yeah, man, I just want to thank everybody, who was looking out, sending text messages, the whole thing. Let's take a minute and be thankful to God, to your higher power, whoever you might believe in. You always got to check in with Him. You ain't got to check in with nobody else. My voice a little dry, but I'll be back. All right, now we ready to kick this thing off, man. Let's just start with real life. A lot of us is going through real life. A lot of us live in real life, and that's every day. I want to talk about relatives, family, homies, because it ain't all the same, right? So you got relatives, naturally, those are people that you're related to by blood. You got family, which could be non relative, but people that you extremely close to, people that you have close bonds to. And then you got homies, which is not quite family, but we've been through the trenches together. We survived a lot of odds. We took a lot of L's. We took a lot of W's. You know what I'm saying? We sort of like teammates in this game. But let me tell you something, people. Let Cali Cuz tell you something. And shout out to the PME first of all. Shout out to my nigga King Lou, cause he ain't here. We got an episode coming this week, or maybe next week. A playoff preview, so don't miss out for that. But this right here, let me tell you about relatives, man. There are gonna be people that are your relatives that act like they your family. And they gonna talk a good game. They gonna talk about this, that, and the third, and how much they love you, how much they proud of you, how much they got your back, how much if you need something. And it's gonna be times where they showed you love. It's gonna be times where you show them love. And then it's gonna be times where they don't reciprocate the love that you showed them. Relatives. Then let's go to family. Now, family is a little more solid, a little more intact, a little more in the mix. Family is what you make it. Family gonna support you, right, wrong, or indifferent. Then might gotta check you afterwards. You and family, y'all not always gonna agree. Y'all not always gonna see eye to eye, but y'all always gonna have that love. That's family. Homies. Homies are tricky because homies can give you the same attributes as a relative or a family member or an enemy. Homies change. Homies change like the weather. So you always gotta realize which person you dealing with. Now, your homies might call you bro. Your homies might tell you they love you. Your homies might give you their last dollar. I'm not saying your homie ain't gonna be a family member. But what I'm telling you is that a homie can switch up, such as a relative. I feel like relatives hold secret emotions against you the whole time. Uh, they manipulate situations, and a lot of them play mind games to see where you at, to see if they even gonna help you or not. Now you probably think to yourself, Kelly, cuz what the fuck are you talking about? And what does this matter? I'ma tell you. In black society, we've been told we gotta deal with relatives, that our friends ain't our friends, and all this other shit. And I went through a situation where I reached upon a relative who I also thought was family for a favor. And it wasn't that the favor couldn't be done because I accept no very well. It's the it's the mind manipulation and the punk shit that when you call and you say, hey, I need you to do this for me. All right, bet. Let me check this out. Let me call you right back. So 2 hours go back. You send a text message to tap in. Hey, you still got me on that? Because if you don't, no problem. It'll just keep me moving forward. So then I get a response like, damn, it's right now, right now. You know, like I'm sweating something. It is right now. Because I'm not a person who call every day or every week or every month or every year with a scenario where I need some help from a relative or a family member. And every time I have asked this relative for anything, I've always returned it upon the time agreed timeline. So there's no reason that it should be any skepticism. But I realized quickly it wasn't skepticism. It was just, let me see what's up with this nigga. And one thing about me, I'm not gonna beg, I'm gonna ask once. I'm gonna follow up twice because that's communication. And after that, I'm gonna leave it be. But also with real life, dealing with relatives, family, and homies, let's get into the podcast realm. So that's where we go to the internet. I jumped on the internet not because of anything special. I watch a lot of podcasts. I find it to be interesting. So, I jumped out there. I went and bought my equipment on my own. I went and set it up on my own and I picked people who I thought would be interesting, who I thought would be bring different dynamics to shows I was trying to produce. I never wanted to be on air talent. I just wanted to produce some dope people. That was the goal and the vision, and still is for real. And I accommodate. I pull up to a person's house with all my equipment. I set it up. You know what I'm saying? And I bring some refreshments because I don't like to come empty handed. Cool. I do a podcast with a person, a relative. Um, my vision for highlighting them was they hilarious. They got good jokes. They got good timing. They quick on their feet. They gonna have people cracking up waiting on another episode. And then as I proceed to turn on the camera, it turned into a Dr. Umar special. It became as some let's talk down on women, or let's tell women what they doing wrong. And then let's tell the black man about black history. And that wasn't my speed. That's not what I'm here for. That's not my platform. My platform is more of a barbershop, laid back, kick it, in the cut type of environment. A place for black men to express themselves. But also, I'm here for the jokes. I'm here for the bullshit. I'm here for the fun. So that episode, it didn't do too many views. It didn't have too much engagement. People was like, it was just too serious. So I let it go, not to cancel it, but to let it breathe, because when I got there, the person I was recording with had no topics, which we had spoke on the phone, like, hey, let's get some topics together. So, thank God I had a couple topics, but it just wasn't the vibe. So then the person reached out to me, like, you got me on ice. I'm like, well, just pull up to the house. Because that's where we do the recording. With all the other shows, people pull up to the house. We have a great show. So the next day or so, I text them, hey, you want to pull up, do an episode? Man, I hung out too late. I ain't going nowhere. Cool. Because I ain't forcing nobody to do shit. You know what I'm saying? There's no need. I pretty much got the core base of what I want to do so far. I just want to involve more female hosts, co-hosts, so that we do have a softer perspective, and that's gonna make for better content as far as man and women dialogue. So anyway, fast forward, I called this relative one morning. Some things didn't go right according to my plans. I had to switch up my plans. I needed a couple dollars so that I could get to the next part of my plan. So I called that relative, who I assumed was family because of all the times and conversations we kicked it. Much to my surprise, I was spun by that relative, and I realized that that relative only hangs out with me if I got something to offer. Which I understand everybody is used, but I don't want to be misused. And I don't like being around mooches. And I know with that particular relative, anytime I've come to their house, I've brought something, I've offered something to the table. And anytime that I have gotten a couple dollars from that person, I always returned it on the date and time that I guaranteed it would be back in their hand. But that's enough of that. The second part of the internet, especially with these older guys, man. And when I mean older, like, I'm 37, about to be 38, so I'm not speaking about me. I'm talking about older than me, the generation above me. I had a situation where somebody wanted to do a podcast at their barbershop. I thought it was a great idea. I first of all, I never charged to do podcasts with anybody. So if I pull up on you with my equipment and I set it up and I'm gonna let you do your thing, I never ask for $1. You know what I'm saying? I just ask for you to be professional, to be ready, and let's make the best of this time. Because I usually try to tell everybody that I work with, we only need between 30 minutes to 2 hours, depending on how interesting the pod is. But with these older cats, 40, maybe let's say 45 plus, they're very want me to do it all. And so I got this barber. I keep calling him Cause he like call and just bring the stuff. I call, no answer. I pull up to the shop, dude not there. But then when I go get my hair cut, it's always like, still waiting to do that podcast, man. Shit, me too. Because when it comes to the niggas who is my age, we pumping them bitches out. By the way, you could catch any of our old podcasts on demand right now at PME Podcast Network on YouTube. You could type in till the next episode. You could also type in real life, the internet, and beyond. You also could type in Cali Cuz, Von P, King Lou, Tay D313. All those will get you to. We also on Instagram at PME underscore WURLD, which does include the links to our shows. We also have a playlist on there of all the to the next episodes. I just want to give a message to any older cats, whether you work with me or not. You gotta be available to do podcasting. And I get it, y'all big players. Y'all got the young girls, y'all chasing, y'all selling pills or whatever your case may be. You're too busy to deal with the internet. But y'all always on the internet. Y'all always commenting on the internet. So like you are a part of the internet. Let's talk homies on the internet, especially little homies on the internet. Anybody could diss me. I'm cool with that. I ain't got no problem with it. If you want to get down, if you want to write a rap, whatever you want to do, if you want to go back and forth on this internet, that's cool too. But just don't text me, I love you, big bro. I wish you well, big bro. I miss you, big bro. Can I come through, big bro? Don't do that. Keep your energy. If you're not peeing me, you're not peeing me. It don't make no difference to me because in real life, everybody that's peeing me, I told them they was peeing me in 2001 to like 2009 was probably the last time we really put some niggas in peeing me. So anybody else, you with peeing me, but you ain't peeing me. You with us. We with you. We family. We peoples. But you ain't in yet. And trust me, I'm not going back and forth with nobody, especially the older cats, because this is what I said and I said it. Uh, I'm not blocking nobody. I'm not deleting no episodes. All I'm going to do is not be available when you call my phone because I don't see what there is to talk about. I don't want to talk about the games with niggas. I don't want to talk about life with niggas. I don't want to hear niggas vent about they broken relationships. I don't want to hear none of that. Because if we was really family, the little things that transpired this week wouldn't have transpired. It would have went smooth. But I want to give a shout out to King Lou. That's peeing me for life. I want to give a shout out to Dame. I call him PME Dame in my phone. That's for life. I want to give a shout out to both my cousins, Asia. I want to give a shout out to my Uncle O. I want to give a shout out to my boy Beezy LaFleur. Come on home, my boy. Um, it's some people I'm forgetting. D Bush. My boy Robert Gilmore. It's some people I'm forgetting too. But it ain't no hard feelings. I promise you it's not. This ain't no diss show. This ain't none of that. This just something to let you know like I'm a wolf that don't bite no more. So when you not loyal, when you flip the script, I'm just gonna disappear. And then that way you ain't gotta worry about talking to me. But yeah, when uh when the playoffs start, don't call my line. Just watch the show. Hey Lou, we up next. And just like that, we gone. PM me forever, dog. PM me all day. The Instagram is PME underscore WURLD. The YouTube is the PME Podcast Network. PME is for Pimp Management Entertainment. And it's also for the P is me. Hello. We'll see y'all later on. To the next episode. This Cali Cuz, real life, the internet and beyond. Oh, and shout out my nigga Code. Forever, nigga.